Well, there has been an important change in the way Fiverr handles voiceovers that is going to affect us in at least 5 different ways. Be ready to adjust what you do on Fiverr. That's this time on Studio Takes.
3, 2, 1.
Studio Takes. Real help for the aspiring voiceover artist.
I'm Dane Scott from thegigdoctor.com, a top-rated Fiverr seller and author of the book Voiceover Mythbusters. And this time I'm going to talk about a new feature Fiverr has added, which shifts the ground right under our feet as voiceover people. Quite a bit. But don't panic, there is a way to address it, and that's what I'll be talking about here. Before I go too far into it, though, let me ask you to subscribe here to the channel because I'm cranking out new info all the time here. And everything is designed to help make your life better as a voiceover person or a Fiverr seller or both. Be sure to leave a comment on today's session. Really appreciate that. And if you hang out till the end, I'm going to reward you with a free copy of my Climbing the Ladder on Fiverr course and a free head slapper video when you grab a discounted Gig Doctor session with me. So stick around. This is going to be fairly quick today. What it amounts to is this. Fiverr has changed the way it presents our demos to potential buyers. In the past, a buyer would do a search, and they'd see the 50 results as thumbnails, and then they would click on the play button for each one to listen to the voiceover demo, and then to stop listening, they would click the stop button. If their mouse moved while they were listening, nothing would happen. The demo would just keep right on playing. All good so far, but that's not how it works anymore. When a buyer searches now, okay, the 50 thumbnails still come up as before, but each person's demo begins playing as soon as the buyer just passes their mouse over it. If the buyer moves their mouse away from the thumbnail, whoop, the demo stops playing. This is another classic example, I think, of how Fiverr tends to favor the buyer over the seller, because this definitely favors the buyer. It makes it really fast and convenient for them to listen to tiny bits of many voices really fast. Watch this.
This is Scratchy, the easiest way to create and share.
Because I fight my fears. This is not a hotel.
Do you need a professional voiceover? How about someone to record a...
Guys,
Love your way. You'll know who it's for.
I'm a million things, but the one thing I am not...
Hi, I'm Yanni. I'm an Australian vocal...
Bienvenido a Capacitación Mi Pasar.
Supercuts is more than tools and tech.
Listen, are you...
Hi, Fiverr. My name is Caitlin Millions.
So you can see that they can rapidly slide across one voice after another, listening to as little as just 1 second of each one. 1 second. If the tone of the voice just doesn't suit their fancy, instantly, that voiceover person might just get skipped over. The impact of this, I think, is pretty enormous. Suddenly, rather than being given a fair shot at being heard, doing something substantial enough that it really represents what we're capable of, the buyer might be just tempted to zing through the different talent and not slow down until they happen to hear a tone of voice they like in that first second or so. I see at least five significant implications of this. The first, as I mentioned, is that many buyers may not give us a fair hearing before they move on. The second is that we sure as heck better have our absolute best, most desirable clip in that first position. The third is that the odds of them listening to our entire demo have just been reduced drastically, meaning only those who click through to our gig are probably ever going to hear our whole demo. And the fourth is that we need to make sure that those first instances of listening are as interesting as possible to help hold them as long as possible. And the fifth, the personal, hi, I'm Dane, and I'd love to do your voiceover approach, like an intro on gigs, is for most people going to be more impotent than ever. Now, I'm going to talk about what we can do to adjust our game plan based on some of these things that I've just mentioned. First, though, a reminder to please like the channel and subscribe and leave a comment today with your thoughts about this important change on Fiverr. Tell me what you think, and in just a few minutes here, I'm going to give you a chance to get some expensive goodies from me along with a half-price Gig Doctor session just during this month of May 2023. So what in the world do we do about all this? When Fiverr buyers can just breeze through search listings this fast, how can we increase our chances of them staying around long enough to consider us seriously? Here are my thoughts on that. First, I think we're going to need to go all in on the intro thing or just totally abandon it, one or the other. Here's a lady who is all in on it, and I think she does a nice job. Let's listen to this.
My name is Kylie Odetta, and I would love to be the voice of your next project. I'm an Apple certified Logic Pro producer, and I specialize in friendly, normal sounding voiceovers. Sometimes you want your project to sound sales pitchy, and sometimes you just want it to sound friendly, like the girl next door is talking about your product or telling your story. If that's you, book with me today, and I can get your voiceover to you within 3 days' time. I'll do it in the most high quality WAV file format, and it's gonna be a blast. So let's get started.
Okay, so I think this actually works pretty well for what she's offering. And it may be that in this case, her natural on-camera charisma and the fact that she's primarily just selling herself as the girl next door voice, the full-length intro for her probably isn't a bad approach. I do wish she had been a little closer to her mic because I think she sounds really echoey. But aside from that, I think that she seems fresh and fun and like she'd do a good job. And, you know, she's got the orders and the reviews there to prove that she's up to the task. So if you're somebody like her or my buddy Troy W. Hudson...
Hi, Troy W. Hudson, the voiceover with personality. Welcome inside my beautiful green home studio. Inside this padded room is where I produce commercials, narrations, explainer videos, audiobooks, phone messages. You do phone messages? Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, okay, I'm busy. All right, I'll hold that call. And I do wacky character voices of all sizes, shapes, and dimensions.
Then doing the intro approach might just play to your advantage. But most people are not all that skilled or charismatic on camera, and I count myself among them. I think we're better off just hitting them with our best voiceover shot right out of the box. So it's time to reevaluate the demo and really think about, okay, which clip in your demo really is going to be the most attention-grabbing, that it's going to show off your abilities well, and if possible, it's going to be one that addresses one of the more commonly needed type projects, like a sales or a corporate video. So the first clip should be really, really the best thing you can give them, and it also should not be long. My assertion has always been that it shouldn't be long. 8 to 10 seconds, I think, is the max that I've ever recommended. But now, that rule is more important than ever. At most, I wouldn't go more than 2 sentences per clip. Keep your demo moving, bearing in mind that many people aren't going to hear more than one clip if that first clip is of any significant length. And your second clip should be significantly different than the first one to demonstrate your versatility as early in the demo as possible. This new approach of Fiverr's also makes it all the more important that our demo be sticky, meaning that it holds the attention of the listener as long as possible. For that reason, I think a demo video, which I've always been in favor of, is more important than ever now. Don't expect the buyer to just stare at your gig image the whole time they're listening. Keep the visuals moving. Make them compelling. Help hang on to the buyer as long as you can so that they get a better sense of what you can do for them. On that latter thing, I should mention that I've been helping voiceover people turn their existing audio demos into video demos. And in June, I'm going to be doing a promotion as I launch a new Fiverr gig about that will make it super inexpensive for you. So be watching for updates on that. Those will be coming very soon. And that takes me around to what I have going on right now. As I've been telling you guys, I launched my Gig Doctor service on Fiverr, and I was able to prove through the launch itself just how quickly a new gig can go straight to the top. I was able to take it from ground zero to the first position on the first page, beating out over 13,000 others in a little over a week. That's from no gig at all to top position in no time at all. Now, what I'm doing is I'm offering Gig Doctor consultations at half off. So $50 instead of nearer to $100, and this promotion is to just help this new gig get off to a great start, and it's working. Along with the discount, I'm also giving people my entire Climbing the Ladder on Fiverr course, a $50 head slapper video, and more goodies for free. If that's all sounding good to you too, you can visit the link in the show notes just below here. And once you click on the gig link, you'll be taken to the gig, and there's a Contact Me button there. Just click on that and ask for the $50 special, and I'll get you going on that. We'll get together, we'll go through your gig from top to bottom, and I'll recommend a bunch of stuff to help you be found better and to sell better. Now, if you'd like to see the little magic I did here to get my gig to the pole position so fast, I've got a whole video on that too. You can click the link in the music trailer that's coming up here, and I'll give you the inside skinny on that. All right, have a great day. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you again soon.
The Geek Doctor.